Yo, what's going on, guys? CultofMush back at it with the top 5 best PC game deals of the week. As always, some really great deals this week, so let's get right into this with number 5. Number 5, I do want to give the Humble Bundle a mention. This is one that I wasn't really sure if I wanted to put this on the list, but the top tier includes a game that I am a big fan of, so I thought let's put it on the list. So this week's Humble Hooked On Multiplayer Bundle, so on the $1 tier, you get Tricky Towers, Eon Altar Episode 1, and Primal Carnage Extinction. The beat the average is $7.37, and that'll unlock you Move or Die, Ultimate Chicken Horse, and Rampage Knight. And then you have the $10 tier, which includes Helldivers, which is a fantastic cooperative game. I played this game on PlayStation 4, actually. Came out first on PS4, then it came out later on PC. That's why I played it on PS4. But yeah, it's a great top-down cooperative shoot-'em-up. It's a lot of fun, friendly fire, shenanigans. I would not recommend to play this game alone. You're not going to get a lot of fun out of it. But if you can convince 2 or 3 friends to also pick up this, it is an absolute blast and easily worth the $10 alone. You also get the Helldivers Ranger Pack DLC, so that's pretty nice, and I would really only recommend this Humble Bundle if you're looking to pay $10 because Helldivers really does make this Humble Bundle. The other games, honestly, I haven't played any of them, but I can tell you guys Helldivers is an excellent game, so if you pay $10 or more and you have a few friends to play with, you'll get a lot of fun out of that. Moving on to number 4, let's take a look at the deals over on Steam. They've got the Witcher franchise, every single Witcher game on sale. They do have Witcher 3 on sale, but honestly, at this point, that game is a year and a half old. I think it's actually creeping up on 2 years old. Yeah, it came out back in 2015, I believe, and it's still going for $25. It's 50% off. It is the Game of the Year edition, so it includes all the DLC. Don't get me wrong, the game is easily worth that price. Witcher 3 is an amazing game, and you guys know how I feel about the game. It's excellent, and getting the DLC, it's definitely worth it, but $25 for a game 2 years old, it is a little expensive. I know it's definitely worth that money, don't get me wrong. Grand Theft Auto 5 is still at that $25, $30 price point, and that's 2 years old. However, whenever the Witcher franchise is on sale on Steam, I always want to recommend The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings because it's 85% off down to just $3. If you never played the Witcher series, you just want to spend a little bit of money, get The Witcher 2. It still holds up great today. It is a much more linear experience than The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 is this vast, gigantic open world, and The Witcher 2 is a much more contained experience, but it's still a great game. Visually, it still looks excellent. The gameplay's solid. The story's obviously excellent. And for $3, this is a good jump-in point for the franchise. The first game is also on sale for just $1.50. However, the first game came out back in like 2007, and honestly, it just hasn't held up that well. For new players of The Witcher, I would just say jump into The Witcher 2, and then if you like it so much, you can go back, and then maybe you can stomach the fact that how dated the first Witcher game has gotten. The first game is just good, but I just don't think it's the spot where you should jump in on. The Witcher 2 for $3, absolutely excellent. And again, $25 for The Witcher 3 Game of the Year edition is still an excellent deal. It's well worth the money. However, if you're just jumping into the franchise, maybe you don't want to spend $25, and The Witcher 2 it will definitely suit as a great jump-in point for just $3. Moving on to the other Steam deal, they've got the Walking Dead franchise on sale. Every Walking Dead title. The first season is 75% off, $6.24, as is the second season. The Walking Dead 400 Days is $1.24. The mini-series is $3.74, and the newest season, A New Frontier, is $18.74. That just released, so that's understandable. If you've never played The Walking Dead, would highly recommend you to jump in with the first season. The first season actually streamed way back when I was regularly streaming on Twitch, and that was a ton of fun. I think I have the archives on this channel, so if you want to check that out, feel free. That was a ton of fun streaming that game. Probably my fondest memory of streaming on Twitch. The Walking Dead was just a great ride. Would highly recommend you guys to play this game. Just the swing of emotions, crazy stuff happening. It's a crazy ride. I played a little bit of Season 2. I beat the first episode, really enjoyed it. For some reason, I never went back and completed it though, but from what I've heard, it's really good, just as good as the first season, and then A New Frontier is releasing now. But yeah, if you're just starting out with the franchise, you definitely want to go in chronological order since these games are obviously very story driven. It's light on the gameplay, but the story is absolutely amazing, and they are very much worth playing for that reason alone. Very easy games to run as well, so if you don't have the highest end PC, do not worry at all about that. Moving on, over on Green Man Gaming, the Mass Effect Trilogy is down to $10. This is relevant because Mass Effect Andromeda came out, and a lot of people aren't that happy with it. Personally, I think it's an okay game. Is it as good as the original trilogy? definitely not, and that's why I'm recommending you guys to pick up the original trilogy. Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 are all really great games. The first Mass Effect, I've said several times, is a bit dated, but Mass Effect 2 is still one of the best action RPGs you can play. And Mass Effect 3, while the ending does get a lot of hate, overall it is a very well-made game. The ending will leave a sour taste in your mouth, but it's still worth playing. And even the first Mass Effect game, I played it a few years ago, I think like 2014, I played through all 3 games. And yeah, I can easily tell the game was a bit dated, but it didn't hinder my enjoyment of the game all too much. And then when I jumped into Mass Effect 2, that just feels as good as ever. And if you've never played Mass Effect, you must pick up the trilogy. They're all great games. And for $10, it's just a bargain. I mean, forget about Mass Effect Andromeda if you've never played the games. Get the trilogy for just $10 and you will have a lot of hours put in and a great time playing the games. Finally, number 1, over on Indie Gala, Valkyria Chronicles is 78% off, down to just $4.39. Wow, what a great deal on Valkyria Chronicles, which is one of those games like Enslaved and Red Faction Guerrilla, one of those underrated games that I always like to recommend. This game originally came out on the PlayStation 3 back in 2008. It went super under the radar, and then out of nowhere they announced it was coming to Steam, and I was like, wow, Valkyria Chronicles coming to Steam? That was the last game I was expecting to come over to PC. But it's as great as ever. You get the DLC, and the port is actually really well done. Sure, the game doesn't look amazing, but it has this awesome watercolor art style where you don't really need technical brilliance because the art style is so great. And the gameplay, it's a great strategy RPG with a fantastic story, and it's got a lot of gameplay in there. It'll take you around 30 to 40 hours to complete, and there's a lot of optional content to do. And yeah, whether you're a fan of JRPGs or not, I would just recommend to grab this game. Even if you don't like Japanese games, yes, it does have that Japanese skin, but what you're gonna get is great strategy gameplay, a fantastic story. And right now, Indie Gala has this promotion where if you spend over $2, you get a free Steam key of Between Me and the Night, so that's a free inclusion. So what a deal. That's just absolutely excellent. Definitely check it out if you haven't played Valkyria Chronicles, a terrific game. So that's gonna wrap up this video, guys. As always, thanks for watching. If you have a request for a future video, you can leave it in the comments section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.